So at this stage, the careful consideration of town planning issues and an accurate feasibility study should tell you whether the project is viable or not. The next thing to consider is finance. No project can move ahead without finance. In our next interview, we're going to be speaking with Steve Bailey from Go Loans. Steve is a property investor and he's also a property developer. Steve is also an extremely good finance broker. So let's go have a chat with Steve. Steve, you've been involved in the area of finance for some time now, and you're also a property investor. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes. Our first experience in property investment was probably started out in 1987. We went in partners with another couple in knocking down a house and building two, subdividing and building two homes at Nord. And we also bought a commercial property on Glen Osmond Road. Through lack of education, lack of knowledge, we had the enthusiasm and youth and energy to do it, but we didn't have the knowledge. We didn't also check out our partners to make sure that they had the fruit on the tree. Yeah. And in '89, when interest rates went berserk, we lost everything and we had to start again. So this time when we restarted, we put a lot more emphasis on education, knowledge, going and finding out from people that already had the fruit on the trees. Good. And through that process of re-establishing ourselves, we got introduced in the early days to mortgage origination, mortgage brokerage. My wife had been in the finance industry for probably since she left school, working with High Marsh Building Society, then ANZ Bank, and then she left that and was into other forms of administration work. And then the opportunity came up for us to get involved in the finance side of things with mortgages. And Jackie actually started to do it part-time. And within a few weeks, she was working full-time and couldn't cope with the work. So then I left my paid job with a company car and went commission only and joined her. And that was back in, it was nearly 17 years ago. And we worked as subcontractors through some other companies, and then in November 96, I think 95, 96, we actually went out on our own and set up our own business, which started out as Multi-Choice Home Loans out at Teatree Gully, Ridgehaven area, and then we changed our name to Go Loans in 2000, which we then moved to Nord, and we expanded our business into franchising, and then over the years we've slowly repositioned ourselves to be more of a boutique mortgage finance company brokerage. We also do mortgage management, and we work a lot with investors. And over those years, we've also become a lot more active as investors ourselves, both in small subdivisions as well as property investment buy and hold. And we have another company which is called Properties for You, Good. Which we have started putting together, the last 18 months, we've been putting together house and land packages for clients and project managing them and having them as a turnkey product for our clients. And so with our knowledge and skill both in finance and also as an investor, we've been able to, I suppose, act as like wealth coaches for our clients and help them, show them a path. And, not only the wealth creation, but also asset protection and risk management as well.
Steve, what would you say would be the advantage of using a finance broker as opposed to a bank or another lending institution?
Okay, the first advantage is that, say, a mortgage broker, a mortgage manager, probably not so much a mortgage manager, a mortgage originator, someone who has the experience and skill in dealing with a large number of lenders, not just one lender, but maybe 6, 10. A lot of people promote they have access to 30 plus lenders, but in reality you'll probably find there's about 10 lenders that predominantly get most of the work. And that's mainly because of their flexibility with their credit, their interest rates and fees and charges, and also their products and flexibility of their products. So if you're dealing directly with a bank, all they can offer you is their own products. They can't compare what other lenders are doing. They might on what's advertised, but they don't know the credit policies. They don't know the intricacies between one lender and the other. where a good mortgage broker will know that. They should know that. They'll know the difference between who their mortgage insurers that the lender uses, the implications on if you go to one mortgage insurer compared to the other, what impact will that have if you're trying to build a portfolio of properties. So working with a mortgage broker certainly will give you an edge if you're serious about building long-term wealth and building a property portfolio. A mortgage broker is a key person to work with.
And if I went to a bank?
I suppose what the main difference is that each bank has their own different personality,
yeah,
and their own set of rules, and they vary. Although on the surface of it, in their marketing and media, they appear to be very similar, underneath they're quite different. And so that when you understand the person behind the front counter and understand the mechanics of the lender and what their rules and policies are, you then see that there's quite a vast difference. And to give you an idea, there can be a difference. I've had situations where exactly the same customer, same income details, same liabilities, going to different lenders can make a difference of $80,000 in their borrowing capacity.
Yeah, so it would be important really to really be looking for a good mortgage broker, wouldn't it?
That's right, that understands or will do the research to know the differences between the lenders. Not on interest rates and fees and charges, it's about their credit policies and their strengths and weaknesses between the different lenders.
And essentially looking at the whole mechanics of the system.
That's right, and taking into account what the customer is trying to achieve.